Friends, today we will be talking about the controversy revolving the attacks on the film Padmavati by Sanjay Leela Bhansali. One recalls that around a year ago, when the film was being shot in Rajasthan, one Karni Sena attacked the sets of the film and did not permit the film to be shot at that time. Now currently, as the film has been close to release, its trailer was released, and even before that, lot of protests started gathering. The culmination of these protests has been that 5 BJP-ruled states' chief ministers have already banned the film in their states. One Congress chief minister has also come in opposition to the film. There is a lot of hue and cry that this film distorts the history, that this film is an insult to the honor of Rajputs in Rajasthan. Now, as such, what the controversy is? There are many points which are attached to this. What is the history? What is the mythology? What is the fiction? All this has got rolled around this whole issue of Padmini. Let me be very clear that in the history, Khilji has been a reality. Allauddin Khilji, he did rule the Delhi Sultanate, and he strengthened his rule during his period by fighting off the Mongols. Now, as far as Padmini is concerned, this is a fictional character which comes from the novel, a classic novel by a Sufi saint, Malik Muhammad Jaisi. This novel was written nearly 2 centuries after the period which is described in the film, and this novel is actually a very deep and philosophical novel which tries to show the futility of power and the longing of soul to be liberated. Now, as it has come up, the people have tried to say that there is distortion of history. One, as far as Padmavati is concerned, there is no distortion of history because Padmavati is not a real character, it's a part of fiction. Yes, as far as Allauddin Khilji is concerned, there is a bit of distortion, the way he has been presented as manifested through the clips of the film which have been released. Now, one also recalls that the overall story is that of this novel is that Allauddin Khilji, who heard about the beauty of Padmavati, of Chittor, he attacked Chittor and went to get Padmavati, and Padmavati in turn committed Jauhar along with hundreds of valiant Rajput women. So this around this that the whole story revolves. Now, why this sort of a thing has come in such a great intensity from the Karni Sena, which is close to a Hindu right-wing organization? How come particularly BJP and associated organizations are standing so vehemently against this film? Now, it is also important to recall here that the politics in the name of religion strengthens the patriarchy, takes the patriarchy to the extreme. And here the original story which shows that Padmavati was the object of fascination for Allauddin Khilji, and there is a feeling that there might have been a dream love sequence between Allauddin Khilji and Padmini. While the producers do not say much, the protesters have not seen the film. Now, this when we see, how come this type of a thing has come up? Now, most of the communal ideologies which are either in the name of Christianity, like Christian fundamentalism, Islamic fundamentalism, or Hindu communalism, they all believe in the extreme form of patriarchy where women are supposed to be the property of man. So here the basic point which Karni Sena and the ideology of Hindutva is trying to say, how come a Hindu woman is in the position of a Muslim person? That is the basic point. Now here the issue is that such type of interactions which took place between the Muslim kings, particularly the Mughals, and the Rajputs, they had alliances at political and social level. So there are earlier fictions also in which Rajput women marrying Muslim generals, Muslim kings. So far, the objection to such was not much there. If I recall, I can tell 3 sequential films in which such alliances are portrayed. The first one was Mughal-e-Azam, in which a brilliant story fiction is unfolded between Jodhabai and Akbar. People have doubts about the reality of Jodha being there, but whatever that be, it has become a part of social understanding, social knowledge. And at that time, that film was a great hit, and people accepted that film with great amount of passion, great amount of understanding, and it was one of the probably amongst the best films which was made in India. So there was no opposition at that time. Few years ago, another film on the similar theme came up, and that was Jodha Akbar. In this, a similar story was told, but this time there was some opposition, its posters were torn, and things like that happened. But now, as we go down further in time, we see the types of oppositions are going to the practically very intense levels, ensuring that the film is not released. But so, here the point is not that what is being distorted about Padmini. As such, because, as I said, because Padmini is not a real character, there is no question of distortion about the story. What is being distorted? Yes, something is being distorted. And that is the image of Allauddin Khilji. One knows that he was a king, good king, bad king, like many other. He was also very important in making the Delhi Sultanate a stronger power. The way he is projected in the film as a cruel person attacking meat and all barbarity written on his face, and his army carrying flags which look like the flags of that of Pakistan. Now, this is where the problem comes. This is where communal historiography is being imposed on a particular narrative. Now, this is sort of a stereotyping the character of Khilji, and this stereotyping conforms to the communal thinking which is prevalent in the society. So essentially, I think, number one, even here, there is no question of opposition. Artists have their freedom. Artists do reflect some sort of understanding, and that's how Allauddin Khilji is being presented in such a negative light. While the whole issue around Padmavati also shows that how divisive sectarian communal ideology is becoming stronger, is affecting the freedom of expression and the freedom which the artist should enjoy in a free democratic society. Thank you.